Yes, I would like to know what was your personal favorite video game role to do?
Similar to my anime roles, it's very difficult to narrow it down to one. But I can tell you, I was working on a particular game, and I was kind of fanboying when I figured out what it was. I grew up playing Final Fantasy, so I played the original Final Fantasy, Final Fantasy 3 or 6, and Final Fantasy 7 all the way through. But I had never played Final Fantasy 9, and I was working on a game called Final Fantasy Dissidia. I was cast as a character named Zidane, or Zidane, some people call him Zidane, who's the lead of Final Fantasy IX. And that was one of those games where they used a code name when we started recording. And at first we were just working off a script, but then they had some of the sort of cutscenes done, and we were working with the cutscene. And I saw the character and I'm like, this looks super familiar. Like really, really familiar. Like the art style is similar to something I've seen before. And we were on a break, and I asked the director, I'm like, what are we doing? He's like, oh, this is Dissidia, where they bring all the heroes of Final Fantasy back. And I'm like, what? So to be in a game that I was a huge fan of growing up was just so cool. And that was the first time that had happened, and it's happened actually a couple times since then. Has anyone seen Pokemon Origins?
Yep.
Awesome. So Origins follows the Pokemon trainer that came before Ash, and his name is Red, and it's what the original Game Boy games were based on. And I played Pokemon Red, like the red version. There was Red and Blue that kind of started it off. And I was cast as Red, the OG Pokemon Master. And when I got the audition, I watched some clips online, and it follows the sort of arc of the Game Boy game. I'm like, I know exactly what happens, because I had played that game all the way through multiple times. So it's just kind of surreal growing up with those properties and then really getting to be a piece of them. It's just so cool. So there's just a lot of times that I'm in the booth going, I can't believe that I get to do this. It's just an awesome feeling.